TMNT universe is meant for adult collectors and Ninja Turtles fans. Welcome to TMNT Universe, I'm Ultramex. Today we're going to get into some of my all-time favorite figures with the Mega Mutants Needlenose and Killer Bee from Playmates Toys. So, let's go!
It's the #1 source for Turtles fans, with reviews and news. TMNT Universe.
Psychotic Killer Bee attacks, but Needlenose outmaneuvers him.
How's it going? Today I want to get into the Playmates Toys Mega Mutants, two oversized action figures that were released in the early 90s. I'm really excited to do this video. I've been waiting a long time to complete the set. Now that I have both, let's get into them. Alright, let's start off with Needlenose, the blood-sucking military mutant mosquito. Now this Mega Mutant is one of the good guys, as you can see by Donatello riding on his back. I think it's Donatello. The mask color is somewhere between blue and purple, so it could be Leonardo. But either way, the artwork on this box is awesome. Kind of reminds me of Big Daddy Roth style Rat Fink artwork, or even some R. Crumb style artwork. The more exaggerated characters tend to be my favorites, and these guys are no exception. So let's check out some of the details. He comes with movable insect wings, 6 articulated arms and legs, 2 air-to-air bee-seeking missiles, and a mega machine gun. His bio says, Needlenose, mosquito or jet fighter? How about both? Straight out of Dimension X, he's the biggest, most bizarre mutant ever. Created by Krang, then bug-nabbed and trained by Donatello, Needlenose blasts into dogfighting battles against the Foot Clan's psychotic stinging Killer Bee. Known for his nosedive attack technique, Needlenose can be ridden piggyback while swooping into battle. And here we can see his arch nemesis on the cross-cell in the back of the box. Needlenose, Killer Bee, and the other vehicles released in this line come with a secret sewer map. We'll get into that later. But first, let's take a closer look at this weirdo. Needlenose is a large figure. I guess you'd consider him the Ninja Turtle version of Battle Cat. But since he is a giant action figure, let's check out his articulation. He has a pair of front legs that move forward and back, as well as a pair of back legs that move forward and back. He also has 2 arms that are ball socket jointed, similar to the turtle figure legs, and a hinged head that just kind of swings back and forth. I love the sculpt on this, his crazy expression with the slime coming out of his mouth. His tail is a piece of solid plastic that basically acts as a handle so that you can fly him around. He also has this pincer machine gun that rotates around at the end of his tail. So let's take a look at his accessories. Boom, here he is. He comes with these wings that are slightly articulated. They have the same ball and socket joint that his orange arms do. They're also made out of a semi-translucent purple plastic. He also has his bee-seeking missiles, which can detach from his knees. As far as weapon accessories, the only one he really gets is the Mega Machine Gun, which looks like a machine gun and a spiked rocket launcher. But he does come with a saddle, so let's take a look at that. And here's his saddle. This thing is a little weird because it's 1 part engine, has these long exhaust pipes, but it's also 1 part tongue. So again, with the weird design of this character, it fits. It comes with a belt to hold in a figure, a bullet-riddled windshield, and a machine gun. Most of these details are bare, but there's something for that. He comes with a sticker sheet that's got the glass for the windows, some metal plates, and military patches. So let's see it all together.
Okay, so where's this big bug?
And here's the completed Needlenose. You can see the patches on his arms, which I had a little trouble sticking because of the oils that are released since it is an older figure. But that was to be expected. Like a lot of the best turtle figures, he has a lot of detail. He has his knee missiles, his mega machine gun, all the weird little sculptural things on it. He also has the decals, like the one on the windshield with these splattered bugs. Now, one thing I don't like is these decals of metal plates are really just covering up metal plate sculpt. I would have rather them be painted. This figure has so many small details, scars and plates and things like that, that really should get some more deco. Now, I could customize it myself, but I kind of want to keep him as he's supposed to be. And honestly, those things don't detract from how cool this character really is. Let's check out Killer Bee.
Leonardo here.
Leonardo, the city's being invaded by big bugs!
And here's Killer Bee. I have waited a long time for this. I've had this figure in this box for over 15 years. I refused to open it until I found a Needlenose. So now that I have, I can open him up. And just like Needlenose, he looks super cool. Killer Bee was designed by David Arshawsky. I don't know if he did Needlenose, but he did some other characters that I'll get to in a minute. But first, let's get a good look at him. So here he's labeled as a Mega Mutant, and he comes with movable mutant bee wings, 6 articulated arms and legs, deadly drone gun, and a chunky chainsaw. And that chainsaw is a pretty gnarly accessory. I don't want to play favorites, but I do have to say that Killer Bee is my favorite of the 2 Mega Mutants. Looking at the back, we get a nice image of Killer Bee. And unfortunately, a lot of these paint apps aren't there, but most people come to expect that with a lot of Ninja Turtle figures. A quick look at his bio. Born to be and bred to be bad, the Killer Bee is the biggest and wackiest Mega Mutant ever to take flight for the foot. The result of Krang's experiments, the Killer Bee is a grotesque cross-pollination between a delinquent drone and a psychotic sociopath. He's a bee-brained bad bug whose only thought is to sting the turtles. And sting them he does. With his steel stinger and the old ball and chain. Yes, a ball and chain. So you know he's a real bad bee. I love the bios on these figures, and I always thought this criminal would be a good counterpart to Scratch. He also comes with a secret sewer map that we'll look at in a minute. Straight out of the box, here is the Bee Bully. I love the silhouette of this figure, all the details. Like his inmate hat and his insane eyes. In fact, a lot of his details remind me of Mad Balls, specifically Super Mad Balls like Touchdown Terror with the drool and the sharp teeth. He also has a few more paint apps than Needlenose did with the bullet holes in his back. And unlike the card art, his stinger is actually this translucent plastic instead of being silver. But honestly, I like this more. He also has these pegs up here for his wings and his saddle. Speaking of the saddle, let's take a look at that now. Taking a look at his saddle, it's simpler than Needlenose's, but as you can see, it's a turtle electric chair. It also comes with these gutsy gun turrets and deadly drone gun off the back. He comes with a couple of other things, so let's put him together. And here he is complete. A couple of cool things. He has some skull and crossbone shoulder pads attached to some translucent wings and an 8 ball and chain. He also has a pair of handcuffs, chunky chainsaw, a pollinator pistol, 2 articulated antennae, and a banner on his back that says Buzz Off. Which is also funny because Buzz Off is my favorite Masters of the Universe figure. I think I'm the only fan of Buzz Off. Anyway, this is Killer Bee. And here's Needlenose's Secret Sewer Map. Now this is map number 1. And it's full of awesome little details and Easter eggs. Like here we have Wingnut blocks traffic, Genghis Frog climbs from the sewer, Usagi Jimbo is building hopping. You can see that map 2 goes up here, and map 4 down here. The other vehicles and Killer Bee all came with these different maps, and you could connect them together to form an even bigger map. And I love this picture of Needlenose up here with Raphael flying the not-so-friendly skies. So that's map number 1. And here's Killer Bee's map number 2 with General Trag riding on his back instead of a foot soldier. So let's take a look at some of the Easter eggs in here. We have Casey at bat. We got Mondo Gecko hitting the streets. We have foot soldiers wreaking havoc everywhere. We even have the Foot Cruiser over here. I've always loved this addition to the Turtle toys. It'll go great with my Turtle joke books from the Wacky Action figures. Unfortunately, these characters never appeared in the cartoon. About the closest we ever got was an episode called Big Bug Blunder, in which Krang made gigantic insects and arachnids to fight the turtles. but using a little creativity, if they were in the show, I always imagined that Needlenose would sound like Bobcat Goldthwait.
I feel good. I'll be in there if you need me.
And I always thought that Killer B would sound like Macho Man Randy Savage.
You're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
And the story of the Mega Mutants doesn't end there. Checking out David Arshawsky's artwork, which I'll put a link below, you can see designs for Killer Bee and a couple of other Mega Mutants that never made it into the line. To complement the flying Mega Mutants, there were a couple of ground Mega Mutants as well, like the Rhino Racer Rhino Beetle armored vehicle. There was also an army ant and a figure I'm really disappointed never came out, the Undertaker Tarantula, who has this entire creepy cemetery vibe going on. And though these figures never saw the light of day, the army ant has come the closest by at least making it into prototype form. But for now I'm going to have to be content with these two Mega Mutants in my display. And I am. So that's all I have to say about that, so later dudes.
I told him not to bug me.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
From Playmates.
Hey guys, if you liked the video, don't forget to kick that like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I upload every Turtle Tuesday, so you can always come back to see what's new. You can also check me out on various social media, links in the description. And as always, for all things Turtles, check TMNT Universe.